I am really sad. No, actually, I am more upset than sad, alright? I can't believe this is happening. It's even worse for what happened to MTP a few years ago. For those who don't know, MCK, he was the contestant of the first season of Rap Viet, which is the Vietnamese version of the rappers. Yes, MCK is a rapper. And recently he made an album, HVL. You have to understand that rap is a type of music that have no rule at all. It's not the same as rocks or heavy metal musics. Rap requires rhyme lyrics and try to express yourselves as fast as you can. Yes, there's a type of slow rap, but rap has no rule. And sometimes, I think most of the time, there will be offensive language. Yep, there will be F words. And the lyric content is going to be very heavy. But remember, rap is supposed to be no rules at all. But it's not the case in some country, sadly. There will be a limitation. Remember the time I said there's no freedom of arts in Vietnam? And I also mentioned about what happened to MTP, what happened to his music videos. There's no one at all. This happens again, but even worse to MCK. He made an album named HVL and there were 30 songs. I don't listen to all of them, but I listen to a few of them. They are so varieties. This is something Vietnam's need for a very, very, very long time, alright? Like MTP was supposed to be on his very prime. I think even way before there's no one at all was a thing. Like a decade ago. But the governments it's just the music, alright? You have to separate fiction away from realities. Sometimes that music artists or even film directors, they want to spread the message that they want to scream. Alright? There's a lot of social issues we see every single day. And they want to make songs about it. They want to make movies about it. In Vietnam. Even in Thailand, there's a lot of commercial that makes us think. Alright? the government of Vietnam, they called MCK out and said that no, you cannot get this on the internet. You cannot spread this on the internet. There's offensive language in his songs and the music videos as well. So they asked MCK to take those down and apologize for the whole world on the internet to see. Alright. A lot of people mention about MTP, there's no one at all. Saying that there is no warning, there's no disclaimers in the intro, so maybe that's why that his music videos, there's no one at all, got removed out of the internet. Having the governments of Vietnam called MTP out and asked him to remove his music videos, like everything behind the scenes, the music videos recording. A lot of people think that, oh, it may be the reason, but no. Years later, MCK, he also asked Anti-Art the whole behind the scene, the film directors, the music videos film directors, to make music videos for most of his songs in his HVL album. And he even kind enough to put the warning, the disclaimers at the intro that hey, there will be offensive language, there will be the lyric contents that may not suitable for young audience. So you have to be over the age of consent. In this case, in Vietnam, is 16 years old. You have to be over 16 years old to listen to his song. But even so, if a young audience under the age of consent in Vietnam, under 16 years old, if they still want to listen to HVL album, you need to have supervisors or parents. They need to have adults listen to HVL with them. Be there. Even with the warning, even with the disclaimers, they said it on the intro of his music videos. The government of Vietnam still said no. You have to take it down. Even with the music videos that has absolutely nothing, just the cover of the art of the album, or the cover art of the music in the album, in the HVL album. And yeah, like that's it. Nothing at all. Just even with the music videos, that it just, there's nothing. It's just a cover art of the album, or it's just a cover art of the music. That's it. Even so, in that videos, there's a warning, there's a disclaimers in the intro that there's maybe offensive language in the musics. There may be offensive language in the lyric contents, so you have to be over the age of consent to listen to the songs. Over 16 years old, over 18 years old. But man, in Vietnam, there's people that ignore the freaking warning. They ignore the disclaimers. They don't even read those. They just straight up canceling MCK. And now it comes to the day that he apologized. Alright. I'm going to read the Google Translate. I am very sorry. Alright. It's a very long apologize. It's originally it's written in Vietnamese, but there's no grok on Facebook. So let's use Google Translate and read it together, shall we? Dear audience, first of all, I would like to sincerely apologize to the audience for my errors and for the information shared below. When creating the album HVL, the album, my primary goal was to contribute to the nation music and art scene and to achieve the best possible results in the international market. Notice words, international market. I was delighted when the album reached number 4 on the global album charts, among other encouraging achievements. The album was built upon personal emotions and the experience, both right and wrong, that I encountered during my journey of growing up. The overarching message I aimed to convey was one of the positivity, derived from lessons learned after overcoming hardships and obstacles. It was about acknowledging my past mistakes and right choices, and committing to self-improvement and refinement throughout my maturation process. I wish to affirm that I had absolutely no intention to imply, condone, encourage, or propagate any illegal behavior. My sole desire was to provide the audience with pure artistic entertainment. That's what MTP did. Alright? In There's No One at All music videos, at the end, MTP jumped off the building. But his intention is to never ask his audience to jump off the building. He's trying to tell the story in his music videos that MTP, he plays a character role as a kid, got school bullying, got abandoned as a baby in the church, and went rebel on the street, to the fast food restaurant, to anyway. We are full of instant noodles of good endings. Alright? Sometimes it's not hard to get to see a bad ending music videos or bad ending movies. Alright? Like, it's gonna grab attention to the audience to discuss what they watch. Alright? Especially when music artists or movie film directors, they gonna show what happens if social issues exist. They have to see in their very own eyes the bad things. Alright? Like, yeah, you saw the bad thing, you saw the consequence on the music videos, on the movie film. So, the intention of the artist trying to tell the audience is to find a way to make things better in real life. Alright? To behave good to people in real life. Alright? However, after competent authority explained the relevant legal regulations to me, I have gained a profound understanding of my error in using inappropriate language within my artistic works. Even just a simple app words. Alright? Although I had issued warnings to listeners, I was negligent and irresponsible in allowing the content to reach audience for whom it was not suitable on various public platforms. No, you're not. I mean, he know the risk. Yeah, he know the risk. Alright, that's why the warning, the disclaimers exist in the intro for everyone to read. But some people, they don't. They neglect the warning and disclaimers in the intro of the music videos or even the movie or films. They neglect them and they complain. Okay, calm down. Let's continue reading. Although I had issued warnings to listeners, I was negligent and irresponsible in allowing the content to reach audience whom it was not suitable on various public platforms. With a receptive attitude and a serious commitment to acknowledging the feedback from relevant authority and the public, MCK accepts responsibility for his violation and is proactively implementing the following remedial measures. This is a sad part right there. This is a sad part right there. Removing or recording containing inappropriate language from the albums across all digital platforms and mass media channels, simultaneously urgently editing the recordings to thoroughly eliminate language that is inappropriate or violates legal regulation before considering a re-release. MCK, please don't. Alright? I don't think the government in Vietnam cares. Alright? This is what I'm saying. Vietnam is on their way to become the UK 2.0. Alright? You can get arrested or you can get fined just because of arts. Alright? It said remove all recording containing inappropriate language from the album. But I don't think the governments in Vietnam cares. I don't think the governments around the world, especially EU or UK, I doubt they cares. Not just from the album, but also there's gonna be a domino effect. There's gonna be a high chance of MCK's stylish song, stylish. The songs that he screamed on his live stage, if you're scared then go home. That song, alright? there's going to be high chance that that song is gone too. Alright, there's high chance that that song is also gone. Regarding domestic partner, MCK and his team will immediately issue requests to cease the exploitation, dissemination, and distribution of recordings containing inappropriate language, thereby demonstrating legal compliance and minimizing further spread. This is why entertainment industry in Vietnam is dead, alright? Already dead, alright? Like, mind you that I support the Yellow Star flags of Vietnam, but there has to be a constructive criticisms, alright? Dear governments of Vietnam, can you at least listen to your people? Can you listen to their feedback? Listen to the constructive criticism. Take the criticisms. Alright? Like, the more you removing MCK's song, the more you limit the freedom of arts. There's going to be more people pirating. Alright? You're trying to be serious on the Copyright Act. But the more you sabotage the artist's works, there's going to be more people watch Hollywood movies, watch animes, watch music videos, pirates, on the pirate website. Alright? You expect us to pay like what? $10 in I think to estimate that in Vietnam there's like 220,000 VNDs, around that. You expect us to pay like what? I don't think it's just $10 anymore. Like, I think more than $15. You expect us to pay for the official works, and this is what you treat us. I believe there are people, they are legit, they trying to buy MCK's albums, and the governments in Vietnam, they have to sabotage him like that. What do you mean? I also seen other people's feedback on the internet. The internet is faster, alright? Don't even think of arresting them, alright? You have to open your eyes. This is why pirates existed, alright? There are people already bought MCK's album, all the dirty songs in the HVL album, or even like downloading it, alright? And then they gonna PM each other on social medias and pirates, alright? MCK is nothing new. People do the same things for MTP too. Alright? There's no one at all. The music videos, everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to listen the original version. The original music videos, the original music audios. Alright? Governments in Vietnam, so open your eyes. This is why pirates exist. Alright? Wake up! Regarding performance activities, MCK will continue to adhere to the authorization granted by competent authorities and commit to not performing any musical works containing language that is inappropriate or violates legal regulation. We never get to see MCK scream on the live stage. If you scared, then go home anymore. We cannot get to see him redoing that moment ever again. MCK appeals to his audience, the listening community, followers, and other relevant individuals or organizations to assist in removing and recording pause, whether visual or audios related to recordings that use inappropriate language. He also asks that people refrain from spreading unofficial, unverified, or fabricated information that could impact the process of addressing these violations. MCK, I think your fans is smarter than this, alright? I don't think they're gonna listen. Alright? Let me tell you the stories of Bokchi. I'm sorry if I pronounce the name wrong, but it's a Japanese authors of Dr. Stone. Pirates is the futures. Accessibility is important than you think. Alright? If they listen to your songs, they love your song, they support your song, that's it. And the more hard work you're gonna keep going in the future, and there's gonna be more people who willing to download your musics legally, or like legally, and even especially they willing to buy your whole album. Alright? So I don't think your fans is going to listen. They are smarter than this. Alright? They're going to spread. They're going to spread your rejected works somewhere secretly. PM private message. Alright? It's still illegal, but accessibility is more important. Right? They want to listen to your song, they want to support your works, but there's an obstacle. They can't do it in public, so they have to do it in private message, or even the pirate website. Alright? So MCK, listen to your true fans. Alright? I know that people mock you on the internet as the wild ones, but we all human at the end of the day. Alright? Communicating not only people behind the scene of music videos, film directors, your team music labels or something. I don't know. But yeah, also communicate to your fans. Show them that you care. Alright? Communicating and decide that stand up for yourself. Sometimes laws are laws. I agree. Alright? But sometimes laws in Vietnam has gone too far in this. Alright? With a high sense of responsibility, MCK will continue to cooperate closely and actively with competent authorities to clarify the matters and thoroughly resolve all related issues. Finally, MCK wishes to express his sincere appreciation and gratitude to representatives from the Ho Chi Minh cities, also known as Saigon, by the way, Department of Culture and Sports, and the Internal Political Securities Division PA03 of the City Police. I would like to express my gratitude to Ho Chi Minh City's authority and other relevant agencies for taking the time to discuss, guide, and facilitate a process that allow me to clearly recognize my misconduct. The dedication, objectivity, and constructive feedback provided by these agencies have offered me a valuable opportunity to learn profound lessons and improve myself as I move forward in my artistic career. Oh my god, we see what happened to MTP. A lot of people would praise the heck of his making my way or come my way songs, but in my opinions, no. It just showed that the artist is already dead. They dead inside. Alright. I'm not gonna lie though. MTP songs making my way, come my way. It's clearly that MTP is dying inside. And the audience, they don't see that. They knew what happened to There's No One at All. MTP himself, he poured his heart into his works. But the governments of Vietnam broke him. And they going to do the same things for MCK, but even worse, removing like almost half of the songs of the HVL's album. But it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse to the rappers. Alright, the domino effect is no jokes. Alright, they're gonna remove more. Alright? So, any artist who lives in Vietnam, don't bend the knees. Don't, alright? Once again, I accept full responsibilities for my errors and respectfully ask the competent authority to allow me the opportunity to rectify my shortcomings so that I may continue to contribute to the nation's music and arts. I also hope for the audience understanding and continued support as I work on self-improvement and dedicate myself to music and art in the future. Sincerely, MCK. This is Google Translate, so if there's any errors in translation, then leave the comments down below, alright? I'm Vietnamese, but I really want to use Google Translate because there's no Grok on Facebook. I really want people outside of Vietnam know this. A lot of people are wondering what happened to There's No One at All. The MTP's music videos and songs. What happened? Why it get removed? this happened. There is no freedom of arts in Vietnam. Vietnam are full of love song slopped. I can say that. The love song slopped. That's not all. No, that's not all. Did you see what happened to V-Star? They make songs about Vietnam, but it sounds terrible. By the way, not just love song slop, the patriotic song slopped. Alright? Let me tell you how the trend happens. On the third season of Rap Viet, which is the Vietnamese version of the rappers, there's I think it's teenage girls, female rappers. I don't know. I don't think I can call her a rappers because she's just a contestant, and she rap about Vietnam. Alright, gonna admit the historic events correct, but is this even rapping or is she yelling? It's terrible, alright? And there's a voting system. Starting at the third season of Rap Viet, which is the Vietnamese version of the rappers, they introduced the new rules, the new game show rules, which is the voting system, the audience voting system. No, it's not on the phone. No. You have to be there on the live show, on the live stage, a live game show stage. Alright, and you vote if you like or dislike of what the contestant perform. But my god, use your brain. Why are all the audience wearing black? It looks like a game shows you behind the scene uniform, the staff uniform. I mean, sure, there's gonna be people wear casually there, but they are contestant. They are, maybe they bring their parents, their family members, they go watch it, but come on, use a freaking brain when you're watching game show. Alright? Like, this make me appreciate watching Oshinoko even more. Like, it just, game show is not even real. They are scripted. Even reality show, it's not real. They have to read a full piece of papers, scripted. Alright? And there's going to be the game show editors behind the scenes. After filming of what happens on the stage, they're gonna make some contestant becoming the antagonist and having the internet to attack. Alright? Low key, the third season of Rap Viet, the Vietnamese version of the rapper, is the worst season of the entire Rap Viet history. Alright? Because the voting system, 100% on that female contestants, a person who rap about Vietnam, but the performance, no, it's like screaming. No. I had to admit though, she was 16 years old doing that. Not all 16 years old get the chance to go on stage. Alright, but This is a competition, game show competition. You have to be real. Alright, you have to be giving constructive criticisms. Alright. That voting system, that should not be 100%. That should not. Alright. If you know who I'm talking about, it's cadmium. I'm gonna straight up telling names right there. I am sorry, cadmium. Let's be real, alright? Let's be real. You are good. You did that on 16 years old. Most of people or in Vietnam when they were 16 years old, they only focus on school. Alright? They have little chance to spend their free time trying to pursue their dreams. Cadmium, you did a good job. Not everyone have a chance to go on TV when you're 16 years old. But you have to be real. The game show competitions about rap. Alright? You have to be real. I know it's just a game show. But you have to be real. Alright? Yeah. They are done teaching the teenage girls to lie. Huh. They lie to the contestant. Oh my god, it's good. 100% vote. There's no bad things about it. I'm sorry, but they are hurting you. Alright? They are hurting you. We have to be real here, alright? Also, not to mention, I don't think the governments in Vietnam do anything about this. Alright, even in the third season of Rap Viet, the Vietnamese version of the rappers, there's a contestant, Dubbies. He I think he wrote the lyric, but it's not good. Both literature and histories, alright? Earlier in these videos I mentioned about Ho Chi Minh cities, also known as Saigon, but why do they name it Ho Chi Minh cities? Because Ho Chi Minh City is the name of a very great man who brought back Vietnam to the map. Alright. Long story short, back then there was wars. Alright. Vietnam, we had to defend our country against France, America, even China. But yeah, Ho Chi Minh is just an alliance. He does have a real name. He also had to use a lot of alliances. Because back then, wars, you know, negotiation. Good one though. But there is no alliance that has the first name Ho. Alright, Ho is a last name. Alright, Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, last name come first, middle name, and then first name. Alright. And it's shown on TV. god. Yeah, like Rabbit, the Vietnamese version of the rappers. I think the original rules in Thailand, the rappers, like the contestants, they have to write their own lyrics. Alright? But my god, they messed up. Dubbies messed up. Alright? Oh, that's not no. Oh, here, here's more of what the governments in Vietnam they didn't do. All right. The first season of Raviet, the Vietnamese version of the rapper, was so successful, and then there's a Dawn came up with the idea that hey, we should make the kids version too, and the required age to compete, Rap Kids Vietnam, 5 years old, like 5 years old to 16 years old, 5 years old. They let the 5 years old kids to rap. Yeah, sure. And at least the rules requirements not letting the 5 years old kids, the 5 years old baby to write the lyrics, so they have the adults to write the lyrics. But come on, show it on TV. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. The government will be like, oh, it's to protect the children. No, you hurting them more. And you didn't even solve this. Yeah, it's still on this social media. It's still on YouTube. Alright, go check the Rap Kids Vietnam. They're hurting them. That's not all. Not just the 5 years old kids contestant for Rap Kids Vietnam. My god, the judge! They hired the opera singers to judge rapping. And the vloggers, social media's bloggers, CJ. Don't forget that. I mean, sure, CJ is a person who praised the heck of the MTP songs, the latest song. But I am very, very, very sorry, man. I am very, very, very sorry. MTP's latest songs, Making My Way or Come My Way, they are not for me, alright? In my opinion, they are the signs of the artist dying inside. And I don't want to listen to the songs comes from the artist that is dying inside. I want to listen to the artist that have the ability to go all in. Go all in. Pour their heart and soul. Like, you know, like how many money did the MCK spend on the album for people behind the scene making music videos? And people who even making art covers for his album and the individual songs inside the album. It's just all gone. Same thing for MTP. Yeah. Do you have any ideas how many money is spent on music videos? There's no one at all. How many billions of dollars is all gone? And he also had to pay extra fine to the governments in Vietnam. That's not all for Rap Kids Vietnam, alright? There's a contestant. I mean, I have to give him that. He wears a yellow star, a flags of Vietnam shirt. He wrote the lyrics by himself. 16 years old, I think. He rapped about Vietnam. But the literature skills killed him. Alright? Sometimes in life you have to be careful with grammars. Alright? The negative of negative is positive. Our Vietnamese spirit has never been undisputed. Has never undisputed. The negative or negative, like what? What? What do you mean? The adults are hurting children's. That's not all. You see what happened to MTP? Vietnamese people hurting Vietnamese people. In this case of MCKs, the governments, they hurting their own people, man. It just feels like the governments be like this, and it's gonna be the same for, you know, the people are going to do the same thing. Alright, if the government's hurting their own people, then the people gonna hurt each other as well. Wake up! Wake the F up! For real, alright? For real. I am mad right now. I am more mad than sad, alright? What happened to MCK? My god, he lost a lot of money. He lost a lot of his works. It's not gonna just end there with his HVL album. No. It's going to spread, not just for MCK, but also to his friends as well. I can try to say it. Not too bad here, but it's going to happen in the same to the link. Alright, T-Link, the link. Alright, it's going to happen to many other artists. If it's not soon, it's going to be later. Heck, it's going to happen to some pack. Alright? God. Vietnam, there's no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of art. Let's be real here, alright? Vietnamese people, we are trying our very best. You have to distinguish what is direct attack and what is the constructive criticism. Alright? We have been trying our best to voice our opinions, but I really wish that the governments of Vietnam listen. Alright? It's also concerning that there are still a lot of people would see it's a challenge. It's a good challenge for artists to make songs without curse word, without offensive language, but still successful. No, it's not. No, it's not. Remember who asked, how can we create Steve Jobs Vietnam? Let's change it a little bit. How can we create Eminem's Vietnam? about how to create Steve Jobs Vietnam, the Vietnamese version of Steve Jobs. Even the government themselves, they released the official answers. Go liberator. Go liberal. Go liberal art. Go liberation. Still them. Still them. Look at this. Still them. Where is the liberation? Where is the liberal art? Vietnam will never be able to create the Vietnamese version of Steve Jobs. Vietnam will never be able to create the Vietnamese version of Eminem. Vietnam will never be able to create a Vietnamese version of Snoop Dogg. Alright. I know there's a contestants in the third. Yeah, in the third season of Raviet, the Vietnamese version of the rappers, there's a contestant named Snoop D. I really like him. Alright, I really like his expression of art, the comedic rapping. But yeah, Snoop D, he's really good, but yeah, the best he can do is be his own version. Alright. That's the best he can do. Be his own version. Be yourself. But sadly, the governments in Vietnam, they don't do that. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's even worse than what happened in the Philippines, banning violence games. And people are still doing that. People do bad deeds and then blame it on the games. There's going to be people in Vietnam, people do bad deeds, and they're going to blame it for the music video. They're going to blame the music audios. It's gonna get worse in the future. It is. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. So many years I really want to go back to Vietnam. I am Vietnamese, and sometimes life in America is harsh, depressing. A lot of moments I want to think about going back to Vietnam, but I am not a rich person, alright? I cannot afford the plane ticket. But also at the same times, like, laws change in Vietnam and sometimes it has gone too far. First off, Copyright Act. Second off, what happened to MCK right there? What happened to MCK right there? Third one, I don't have the plan now. If I go back to Vietnam, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. Like, I have no home in Ho Chi Minh City. I have no home in Saigon. The only place that I have family is Hanoi capital, the north side of Vietnam. But even so, everywhere in the world, there's going to be a manager, there's going to be boss they are very picky, alright? They would see new people as red flags. It's the same of my parents. Parents, they don't want to parent their kid anymore. Same things in real life, in the workplace. There's going to be boss, there's going to be manager, they don't want to train new people anymore. So it's going to be harder for the later generation to find jobs. go back to Vietnam, then I have to start life everything back to zero. Then try to find a job in Vietnam. It's not easy. It's not. All right. Honestly, I don't care about tipping. All right. I don't care. What I care about is to do my best every single day at workplace. But sometimes like boss becoming bossy, managers becoming rude, like it hits the PTSD on my brain. Like from time to time, the later generation, no matter how hard they grind in real life, they're gonna get demotivated. All right, I feel like the same thing for MTP. I feel like the same thing for MCK. In the future, after what happened today, all right, they gotta feel demotivated on continuing to push everyone globally to know about what music is in Vietnam. Like, come on. We in the same page, all right. We want the entertainment industry in Vietnam not just well known in short clips, all right. Not just well known on the Agnes Takion local show things and the spinning cockroaches. We want people outside of Vietnam to like listen to the original works. Yes, feel free to meme, but listen to the original works and well, feel the vibe. I don't expect them to understand the lyric, but feel the vibe. All right. This is gonna keep going in the futures. I don't know. People saying that yeah, Vietnam is a communist country, so there is no liberation. There is no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of arts. But it's true. Vietnam is a communist country, political, for the government, for the higher up. But the people, the Vietnamese citizens, the Vietnamese normal people down here, they are more democratic than you think. They're more expressive than you think. They want to voice their opinions. They want to like freedom of speech. Especially they want to constructive criticism on what's is going on with the laws in Vietnam. Alright? But it just, the governments, they don't take it well. They don't take criticisms, even if it's constructive. It's just really sad. It's just really sad. I also mentioned up the videos that if people in if Vietnamese people who lives in Japan, they have to follow both law, the Vietnam's law and the Japan's law. If the artists are trying to fly outside of Vietnam's, man, it's going to be weird because if Vietnamese artists, they fly to USA, they do have freedom of arts, the freedom of speech, but at the same time, if they have to follow Vietnam's laws, yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Speaking of Japan, though, I am scared. Alright, because the government in Vietnam shows no cares at all. I am scared that Yanni Nichols or Chainsmoker Cat may be deleted off the social medias. If it's not soon, then it's maybe after the anime is completely over, or even later in that. Same thing will happens to behind the supermarket smoking with you, because yeah, smoke. If it's not sooner, it's gonna be later. I am scared. Alright. Even Tanya season 1 and 2. Alright. Like Muse, anyone, the official streaming apps, they should be scared because they may be will be the next target after MCK. Alright. Even with the warning disclaimers at the intro, even the official localizer tried to translate the warning or disclaimers in the beginning. People not gonna read it. Like, I don't. Did the governments even read the warning or disclaimers when they watch MCK's music videos at all? Did they? I am scared. I am so mad right now. Once again, I am strongly support the Yellow Star flags of Vietnam. Alright? I do not support the Forbidden Flag. But at the same time, there has to be constructive criticism. Sometimes we have to be real to each other, alright? Let the artists do whatever the frick they want. Please, dear governments of Vietnam, let the artists cook. Alright? Not just the music artist, the movie film director as well. What's the purpose of age restricting? What's the purpose of putting the warning disclaimers in the intro? What are they for? When the original creators already age restricted things already, but they still gonna get punished for that. I am very angry, alright? I know there's comedians. It's one part of the governments in Vietnam. I tell this story many times in these social medias. This is not looking great. This is no. I really doubt that MCK is gonna see these videos. But MCKs, please archive your works outside of Vietnam's. Maybe in Japan. Maybe in the country that is banned censorship. Alright? Archive your works outside of Vietnam, maybe in USA or in Japan, somewhere that freedom of art, freedom of expression, freedoms of speech being protected. Alright? If you archive your works in Vietnam, there's risk. There's risk. Alright? There's risk. But MCK, you did zero wrong. Alright, you did nothing wrong. Alright. Same thing for MTP. You did nothing wrong. You don't have to bend the knees. Just make music however you want. Your music videos, your lyric contents, they not betraying the country. No. Yeah, the topic is dark, but it's art. Alright? Like, come on. I see the comments that saying, I see other people feedbacks when they read this. To be able to success, move out the country. And I agree. Unless the governments of Vietnam willing to listen to their people. Unless the governments of Vietnam willing to take criticisms well and change. Because famous quote from Gordon Ramsay, the famous chefs around the world, people help each others, but they cannot help anyone that cannot help themselves. So if there is no change, they're gonna leave. In this case, they're gonna leave their own home country if the government's not gonna change. We in the same page. Everyone wants their home country to succeed. Everyone wants their home country to rise up. Alright, but the limitation, the censorship, they prevent that. Governments, they're gonna keep finding innocent people, and they're gonna ignore people who are Sekuhara at the arcade. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm sorry for this videos too long. I am upset. I am more upset than sad seeing the situation to MCK and MTP. People around the world need to know this. But these are just my opinions. Alright? What's your thought? Leave the comments down below. Do you think Vietnam should change the leaders? Or should stay as it is? But begging for the leaders of Vietnam to take criticism well and change. What are your thoughts about it? I feel so sad. I feel so angry. Like MCK, MTB, they did nothing wrong, but they have to apologize for do absolutely nothing wrong because of the governments in Vietnam. It happens in US time as in 3 a.m. I really have to go to bed, call myself for hours, and then wake up, then make these videos talking to you guys and girls. And also for those who are asking why there was a wake up, this channel didn't have any videos, no also videos at all. It's because I'm waiting for the performance point system to update, which is it did, by the way, and also videos coming back, but it's just a part of the reason. The main reason is I got nosebleed really bad. There was pimples on my nose right here, and it's very bad. You know, I really don't want anyone to see me in the videos with blood on my nose. All right. So, yeah, that's the reason why I don't play other games. I don't read the visual novels. I don't talk to you guys and girls much. I really want to talk positive, but this is way too negative, and I feel like enough is enough. If few people talking about this, it's never came to life. It's, we need more people talking about what happened to MTP and MCK. We need more people talk about this. Also, CJ, if you watching this video, I doubt because this channel is small, you know, but CJ, I totally understand you praising MTP's latest songs is giving a African vibe. I seen the clips. I understand, but my opinions still stand. All right. NTP's latest songs is not for me. Making my way, come my way, they are not for me. I still believe that there's no one at all is MTP's best song, because I believe that best songs requires artist's heart and soul instead of limitation and censorship. I only listen to the artists who have fun. I only listen to the artists that are comfortable with expressing arts. I really don't want to listen to the instant noodle. I really don't want to listen to the limitation. I really don't want to listen to censorship. I really don't want that. Even me myself, I don't want to watch anime's censorship in the official streaming apps, alright? If the official streaming apps willing to show uncensored, even with the pay more, I will. Alright, but in this current situation, chill blocked, and animes ends the licensing, becoming lost medias. This is why pirates exist, alright? In this case, for MCK, the more governments remove things, the more people gonna pirate. Alright? Yeah, leave the comments down below. What do you think about this? Also, I really want to ask the question for people outside of Vietnam as well. Do you have the freedom of arts in Thailand? Do you have the freedom of arts in Philippines? Do you have the freedom of arts in Indonesia? Leave the comments down below. Do you feel comfortable making music with dark topic? Do you feel comfortable making music with offensive language, even with a simple F word? I'm not gonna ask for likes in these videos. I'm not gonna ask for subscribe to these videos because I really don't want to use other people's miseries for views, but I have to use this, calling the governments of Vietnam out, alright, because we cannot let any more artists becoming a victim. We can't. We can't. Alright, we can't. Alright? We need more people outside of Vietnam to know this. There's laws in Vietnam. Sometimes it becomes nonsense. Sometimes it has gone too far. Alright? So we need to be real and let's have a chat. Alright? Yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave the comments as much as you can. Let me know your thoughts about this. I really wish that MTP and MCK in the future, don't let this demotivate them, and keep doing things that you think is right. Alright? Yeah guys, bye for now.